right here. I'll make a few of these little puffies, maybe a smaller area this time. I got ahead of myself. So now my midtone or transition color, another word for that, and then shadow color after that. I'll just put the excess. I got more than I needed. Put the excess over here. Then I'll take my shadow and put it right down here. See how I just let it mix right into that? I don't want these colors to be distinctly separated. I want gradual transition. So I'm going to build shadows in here. I know I had one somewhere in here, you know, a shadow coming down. So I'm just going to make a few, you know, we'll put a little valley here, and then we'll put valleys coming up like this. And these are not going to be shadows with real sharp edges. They're just darker spots where it's deeper, you know, just to create the look of some valleys in my picture. Just dab it in here. Okay, now these can become trees. They're not trees yet because there's no gradient. We don't know where they're going, where they're coming from. There's no three-dimensional shape to it, so it doesn't look like trees. We have to create a three-dimensional shape. The way I do that is with a gradient at the bottom edge of every single one of these little dots. And maybe each of these is a cluster of 10 trees. You know, it just is creating three-dimensional light and shadow. So dab the bottom of that, bottom of that. I'm not getting bogged down trying to make trees. I'm just systematically going through, touching each one of those little blobs I made, and you'll see it as I start to blend the lower edge of each one of these. You see it start to become a three-dimensional hillside instead of just a polka dotted collection of paint colors. This is actually my closest jungly object, because when I get here, it's going to be a big rock. When I get here, it's a big rock. So I can use just black and yellow and not even bother with reducing the intensity of this color. So as I get closer, I want to remember to start using less of the turquoise. So I'll use a lot of turquoise where it's far away. Back here, you know, almost entirely, it's just a little touch of the gray. But as I get closer to my foreground, I want to start using less of my underwater color. I'm scrunching all of the shapes that are on a surface that's going this way. Whether the surface is up and down, like right here, you know, I have little shapes on there. And so you got to get over the intimidation of trying to, oh, it looks good, don't touch it. I mean, that's the way I paint anyway. I try to not be bogged down by the need to preserve whatever turns out right and just rely on those moments. I want a method that I can use as many times as I want. And so horizontal strokes close together creates a surface that goes away from my eyes. So I'm trying to touch it more than once. I touch the canvas to get the shape on there. And you can see just how sloppy and rough my technique is, but if I get this color pattern, then I get a three-dimensional look to my picture that makes it fun to look at, even though the details are not super sharp. There we go. Okay, so I've got a lot of room to get brighter still. So let's grab some white and let's make a brighter stem coming right off of this one. Gets darker as it goes down. Look at that. That's kind of fun. Put another one here. Put another one going across here maybe. Here, let's just go like that. Put one right across there. Whenever I feel myself getting a little bit too hung up, I'll do something like that just to break it, just to break that pattern. Hung up, you know, like worrying too much about getting things in the right place. That never seems to pay off. So I like to just break that pattern whenever it happens. Just say, come on, just do something crazy. Just put Put a shape going right across the middle.